Welcome to the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium, where we have got the gold medal match of the Stephanie Boxall National Women's Ice Hockey Championships. We've got home team Victoria versus away team Queensland. I'm Dawn Watt. I've got Amelia Matheson with me commentating this afternoon. For the team list, for Victoria, number 6, Nikki Bosman. Number 11, Beatrice Dufour. Number 2, Bree Holder. Number 3, Katie Hurtis. Number 5, Claudia Nusimovic. Number 8, Bronwyn Cashin. Number 7, Elizabeth Gemesis. Number 15, Danielle Butler. Number 10, Xuan Yingqi Zhuo. Number 12, April Marshall. Number 17, Shauna Godfrey. Number 19, Ashley Gagnon. Number 13, Poppy Kelly. Number 9, Joanna Meisner. Number 23, Taylor Nelson. Number 26, Alita Jackwitz. Number 33, Jessica Meggs. Number 50, Olivia Gargano. Number 73, Sasha Statkovich. Number 76, Rose Statkovich. And head coach, Rod Johns. And for Queensland, number 2, Alana Pierce. Number 3, Amelia Harmston. Number 8, Courtney Mahoney. Number 10, Laura Solway. Number 11, Soren Powell. Number 13, Samantha Brophy. Number 15, Grace Duffy. Number 16, Katrina Rapchuk. Number 17, Millie Lee. Number 20, Kate Barber. Number 22, Jamie Goonan. Number 24, Amanda Dixon. Number 29, Georgia Watts. Number 32, Alexis Froment. Number 66, River Lazaro. Number 88, Kate Horton. And head coach is Ivan Rapchuk. So yesterday's results. Queensland with a shock win over South Australia. South Australia came into the tournament semifinals undefeated in first place. Queensland, after a goals for and against, were relegated to 4th. So 1v4, and with seconds left, defeated South Australia 3-2. South Australia heavily penalized in that game. Spent a lot of time on 5-on-4. And you know what, Queensland capitalized on it, and here they are in the gold medal match. And Victoria had a little bit easier semifinal versus ACT yesterday. It was hard probably for the beginning part of the game, but Victoria really had a lot of control. ACT struggled a little bit. The score was only 3-1. They were missing Shauna Godfrey, top point scorer in the tournament. She was on suspension, and she is back for the gold medal match now. So, Amelia, predictions?
I think it's going to be a tight game because there is a lot of skill on both teams. But look, you got Queensland that have to be smart, and obviously you said you got Shana out, and she's actually going to be a little bit fresher than the others because she had a game break. So she ended up with a day break there. And then, you know, obviously Danielle Butler can skate and score as well. But then on Queensland, you've got Courtney Mahoney. Like, there's a bunch of shooters on there as well. So it can be evenly matched, but it could come down to mistakes and capitalization again. So I hope it's a close game.
And it could come down to goaltending.
Yep,
we've got Gargano in net for Victoria, number 50. And we've got Alana Pierce, goaltender for Queensland, number 2. And Victoria get that puck deep. And that was Cashin. Poppy Kelly up to Cashin. Curtis keeps it in. Cashin. There's a battle there with Barber. Both teams have started their second or third line. No one started their first line here. There's got a bit of line matching going on. Dixon. Poppy Kelly trying to dig it out. Dixon trying to kick it out. Tapped up by Barber. That goes to Hurtis. Hurtis hits shin pad, and here goes Georgia Watts. She's going to have a bit of a breakaway, but she's wide. Hurtis is fast. She's going to get back. Good save by Gargano. Watts in the corner. Watts down to Lee. Kelly. Kelly with a little chip out there. Cashin will put a little pressure on Harmston. Watts. Watts. Big shot there. And Horton tips it in front. Brophy couldn't control it. Back to Harmston. Harmston puts it in the corner. There's going to be a penalty. It's going to be on Victoria. And Harmston, I think it's going to be Harmston. No, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong number here. It's Marshall. April Marshall. That was just in front of the net, a little bit of a shot to move the goalie away, or move the player away from her goalie.
Don't want to move her own goalie away.
No, move the player away from her goalie.
Yeah, and they've both gone down, so.
And Nathan Walker has just entered the building along with the local news station following him through the building. So he'll be here for the closing ceremonies to hand out the medals and awards to all the award winners. Mahoney to Watts. Watts to Brophy. No one in front. Watts was taken down. And Victoria will chip that out on the PK. Here comes Mahoney. That's dropped back. So on the PK, Godfrey's got it deep. Godfrey still has it. Meisner with a shot. And that's tipped. That goes high. Nusimovic back to Godfrey. Rapchuk will move it up. She'll take it over herself. And here goes Godfrey. And that's taken off her by Barber's knocked that in. She's not happy. It is going to be a penalty on that play. That's a tripping on the captain, Danielle Butler. You might see a replay on that. Did you notice if there was much in that, Amelia?
No, I followed the puck play, so after it was released, I did miss that. I seen the back end where she was trying to get up off the ice.
All right, so we'll have a face-off in Victoria's zone. Victoria are going to go down 5-3. They're going to go down 5-3 here. And Queensland's got a fantastic opportunity. You don't get a lot of 5-on-3s in games. And that's cleared by Victoria. Dixon. Dixon will carry it in herself. They don't have their power play line out. They've got their third line out. They've got Solway. They've got Barber, Goonan, Horton, Dixon. And so they've successfully killed one penalty. Gargano with a great save there. They've successfully killed one penalty. It's now 5-on-4 for Queensland. Dixon to Goonan. Barber will take it behind. Barber, that goes to DeFore. DeFore has it taken off of her by Watts. Watts with a shot, saved by Gargano. She doesn't see where it goes. It falls in front of her, and that's cleared by Nusimovic. Harmston. Brophy in the corner. Watts up to Mahoney. That bobbles on her stick a little bit. She's got it to Rapchuk. To Harmston. Harmston with a big shot. Saved by Gargano. Rapchuk to Watts. It's going to be 5-on-5 in 6 seconds. I think maybe we can get one more shot away on the power play, and Rapchuk will rim that wide all the way around. Here comes Butler. Butler was out. That was good timing, but Mahoney recognized it and got back to block that possible breakaway. Nelson. Nelson to Dufour to Meisner. Meisner behind the net. She's got Godfrey. Godfrey has it taken off of her by Harmston. That's crossed to Godfrey with a shot, big rebound, and I'm not sure how that went in. Was that Meisner? Did Meisner get a little bit of stick on that?
Yeah, it was Meisner that finished that off. So first shot, Denny went for a swipe, and then Meisner coming with the backhand there, and it's just looks like it's just bobbled through.
Shot.
Because goalie's down
Swipe.
here, she gets across.
And it's the third shot.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a lot of traffic there in the middle.
Also a lot to save 3 shots in a row too. So yeah, it looks like it's hit the inside of her leg and bobbled through.
All right, Victoria goes up 1-0 under 5 minutes into the game. 1-0. So it's close. There's 4 shots to 3 for Queensland. Queensland's leading in shots. It's a close game. Victoria up 1-0. 8 minutes 53 left. Mahoney will go down deep to get that. She's put her wheels on. She's got Horton trailing. Brophy's high. Mahoney tips it in the middle there. Brophy with a shot. Horton's there. Lots of people down on the ice. Horton's hurt. Puck still free. Gargano saves it, and there are 4 players there. Gargano's got it under her glove. 4 players in the net.
Phenomenal tracking.
And
that was a lot of chaos going on there, and you could just see the way that her head was moving. She's ducking and weaving to make sure she kept her eyes on the puck and then was able to cover it. That's a really, really good job by Olivia Gargano.
So Jeff Scott with the arm up there. She's picked Meisner for that. Didn't quite see when that happened, maybe right when we're going to get a replay here. There's Meisner.
Oh, the cross-check in the back.
Cross-check there. So she's cross-checked Mahoney down. Mahoney probably right when she could have got a rebound there, yeah.
She only had to move a stick on the inside there, and that would have avoided a penalty.
So Queensland back on the power play. Victoria spent a fair bit of time on the PK already this period. Here goes Butler. Butler on Rapchuk. She crosses across Brophy. Oh, Brophy did the right thing to take it off. And we've got a hooking penalty on Rapchuk on Butler there. But Brophy, not sure that's a hook, but we'll have a look at that again. I didn't quite see a hook there, but that's been the call.
Got the back replay here. But they've sent Katrina Rapchuk.
They sent Rapchuk. So I think they've actually got the wrong player there.
Yeah, because I actually can't see what she did.
Yeah, no,
wrong there.
I don't see anything. So either they got the wrong player or the call was an error. But either way, the power play has now been pretty much nullified because we're going to play 4-on-4 for a minute 45, and then Victoria are going to get a 15-second power play. 4-on-4 hockey. Net's off. Not sure how that got pushed in. It was on top of the goalie.
Nearly flipped all the way around on her.
Yep. It's 4-on-4. Rod Johns is yelling. John, it's 4-on-4. It's 4-on-4. Use your head. It's not a penalty kill. And Amelia's leaning down and giving the coach the thumbs up. I think the Victoria team might have forgotten that it is 4-on-4 now. But it's 4-on-4, so no one's on the penalty kill. No one's on the power play. Butler. Butler back to Godfrey. Godfrey has it. She can't get the shot away. She's there. Back across to Butler. Taylor Nelson with a shot. Mahoney can't get that out. Big shot from, that was a big shot from Dufour, and Pierce had it. And as she stood up, it looks like it's dropped out of her jersey maybe.
It did look like it slowed down. There was like a little bit of contact maybe, slowed it down, but it has still gone in there. Yeah, it looks like it's gone
up and caught into the big jersey. She's got a really big jersey on there.
Well, I think the normal motion of a block is you're pushing out, and it usually would obviously go into the corner, but it's just gone straight up and then toppled in behind there.
Yeah. All right, well, that's 2-0, and we're just halfway through the first period. That's 2-0 for Victoria. Still 4-on-4 hockey. No one gets out because that was equal strength when that puck went in. April Marshall sends that down, intercepted by Brophy. A little bit of pressure from Barber there. Curtis. Barber. Barber in the corner. And that's tapped out to Harmston. Harmston to Goonan, to Barber. And that's saved by Gargano. A little bit of a rub there. That's allowed in women's hockey. That little rub is allowed. No issue there. Harmston. Nusimovic with the forecheck there. Cashin. Curtis keeps it in. Harmston trying to get it out. That goes into the corner. Barber. Harmston. And that's Meisner. Meisner's going to wind up. She's going to take it down. She chips it into the corner. She's got Holder and Jackwitz. Goonan gets that up to Rapchuk. Rapchuk to Dixon. Dixon's got Solway. Side shot, and that's just gone under the glove above, under the armpit of Gargano there.
I actually think Dixon was probably just going to get it on net for a redirect because she does have a player coming through, and you can see she's looking. I'll put it to net and hopefully pick up a rebound, but I think goalie was just not on a great angle, and it's managed to pop through the back there. So take the conversion if it's there, that's for sure. That's Queensland back in the game here.
Back in the game, 2-1. Shots are 6-5 for Queensland now. 2-1, 5 minutes 39 left in the first period. Dufour to Cashin. And that's Butler. Butler caught it herself and brought it into the zone. Butler with a shot. Big save by Pierce. Zuo keeps it in. Rapchuk spins around. She was looking for Powell. Zuo will keep it in. Zuo, it's in front. There's Butler. Cashin can't get her stick on it. Here goes Watts. Oh, and Zuo's down. That gives Watts an opportunity here. Watts shoots on Dufour. Lee was covered. Barber didn't get the shot away. Butler, big shot, good save by Pierce. Rapchuk, she'll peel back. She's going to let her team set up. She's looking for Lee. Taylor Nelson. Brophy in the corner. And that's Statkovich. Rose Statkovich. And Harms tries to hit Horton. It hits her in the skates. Horton wasn't looking. And that's Goonan. Goonan up to Mahoney. Mahoney across to Horton. And that's some good stick by Statkovich. That looks like that's going to be an icing. those penalties were over, and we're 5-on-5 hockey now.
Good pace game we've got
Very
here.
good pace. All right, we're going to have a face-off in Vic's end. 4 minutes left in the period. Queensland win the draw. Horton with a shot. Armstrong can't keep it in. Up to Horton, to Mahoney. Mahoney in the corner. Godfrey. Goonan. Brophy. Brophy to Statkovich. Statkovich trying to get it out. Sasha Statkovich gets it to Godfrey. Godfrey with a deke and a poke check by the goaltender Pierce. That's a great save. Fantastic. And here goes Mahoney. She's down the ice. Nelson gives her a little trip. No call on that play. That's a bit of a surprise. And River Lazaro, third liner. I believe that she is a rookie to this tournament. She does exactly what you've been saying all tournament and crashing the net there. And she gets that puck when it pops. So have a look here. Mahoney does all the work. The puck squirts there. Lazaro in.
Yeah, that's a great goal. And look, the efforts from Mahoney as well, because she did take a little trip there and none of the refs seen that, but she still skated through, and that's what we talk about. And we have a couple of times this tournament is play to the whistle, because you never know. If you turn around and throw your arms up, and there's no call on it, that's a transition, but she kept playing through it. I could see she had words afterwards, but that's fine, and resulted in a great goal with a net drive there.
What a game. 2-2. 3 minutes left in the first period. Queensland, we've got a high stick. No, it wasn't a penalty high stick. It was just a high stick of the puck. 2-2. Queensland out shooting Victoria 8-6. Jackwitz gets it out. Meisner. Dixon. Hurtis. Hurtis up to Kelly. Rapchuk. She gets that to Lazaro. Lazaro, the goal scorer. That puck's out. Goonan. Goonan sends it deep. 2 minutes left. So Georgia Watts, she's still pressuring. She's come up with the puck. Oh, she puts it out front. No one's there, but Goonan manages to keep it in. And it's over to Watts. Watts to Lee, almost deflected in, but behind the net. Butler to Kelly. Barber. Watts. Barber. Goonan to Lee. Barber chips it up the boards. Butler. To Kelly, and looks like, I don't know if there was a hit in that or why Goonan went down. She looks hurt.
I think it was a bit hard.
She looks hurt, but she's gonna finish her shift. These girls are tough. Big long stretch pass to Mahoney. That's picked off by Nusimovic. Nusimovic will skate it over. Last minute of play in the first period. Nusimovic up to Zuo. Zuo can't hold on to it. That's picked off by Brophy. Brophy on Dufour. She's got Horton with her. Zuo comes back with the good back check. 40 seconds. Got a lot of battle, not a lot of puck movement, but a lot of bodies falling. Statkovich, 16 seconds. And now Shauna Godfrey has it. She has Nusimovic. That's onside. Godfrey, she's got 6 seconds. She puts it on the back of the net. And 2 seconds left. That's been blown. Looks like the net's off, or the puck was on the back of the net.
Change
yeah,
there.
no change. Oh, yep, net's off. Two seconds left.
Queensland
Period
just need
one.
to tie up here.
Tie it up.
Waste that time and get the break.
No shots. All right. The end of period one, it is a tie game. Queensland out shooting Victoria 9-6. And yeah, you thought it was going to be super close. I actually was going to lean towards Victoria not being super close.
Okay.
So
I think it's just because I really like close games. Like, not when I'm coaching, obviously, but when I'm watching games, I love the excitement it is. I love seeing the passion and the heart. Like, that extra effort from players, and all the emotions I think come in when you're watching games like this, and especially when you're not attached to any teams either. You just get to enjoy the sport and enjoy athletes. So I want it to be a close game because it just makes it that much more exciting.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Now, I wanted to point out that this Victorian team has come in 6th place the last 2 years at the Boxall National Championships. 6th place. So didn't win a game for 2 years. So that's 10 games of hockey that didn't win, and Victoria coming through here, whereas Queensland, if I'm not mistaken, have won both years in a row. I'm quite certain they won last year. They definitely won here in 2024.
Yeah, I think they went two-peat, actually.
Yeah, two-peat. So I think they did a two-peat. So that's 2 golds for them. So you've got the reigning double champions versus the reigning wooden spooners, bottom of the ladders. And it's just an interesting turn of events.
Yeah, I actually can't remember with Victoria. Did they have the veteran players out there? Because
last year I was not commentating.
Yes,
so
true.
I didn't pay much attention. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I know that 2 years ago they definitely did not. There were none of the veterans. Wasn't many Ice or Ducks players at all.
Yeah, and you can see the difference that makes, right? Like Shana, a veteran of the game, she comes and she's the top goal scorer for their team. So having that little bit of skill there, that veteran status come in, obviously changes the dynamic of the team. And
absolutely. All right, we've got the second period underway. Here comes Danielle Butler. Cashin. Mahoney picks it up for a bit of lazy stick there from Cashin, and Gargano has that. She was looking again for that armpit.
That looked like it was sitting on top of the
pad.
On top of the pad there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did hold the post well and put herself into a awkward position there. But it stayed on the pad there, so it was good coverage by her.
Face off in Victoria's end. Poppy Kelly. Poppy Kelly taps it forward. And that's offside.
I don't know, that was great efforts by Poppy Kelly there. And I think that, I think Danielle Butler held up a little bit just knowing she was out, but she jumps on that. So, I mean, look, we've said it. We're not on the line.
We're not on the line.
We can't change it.
We're close to one of the lines, but we're not on it. Here goes Zuo. That'll be picked up by Dufour. Cashin. A little bit of pressure from Victoria. That'll be thrown on net. Nusimovic jumps out. Duffy. That's a bad bounce. It's back to Dixon. Dixon to Duffy. Duffy taps it ahead. That's a good play by Duffy. They're going to call that icing. No, waved off. Victoria should have played that. Nusimovic up to Godfrey. Watts takes that off of her. Zuo to Godfrey. Godfrey loses it to Watts. Watts coming down now. Shot on Garcano. She can't get it away. Lee. Back to Watts. Zuo. Zuo, Goonan. Goonan down. That'll be wrapped around by Dufour. Up to Godfrey. Godfrey needs to chip this puck out. She can't. Nusimovic gets it out through the middle. That goes to Goonan. Goonan dumps it in the corner. Queensland's going to have to clear. They do. Zuo. Goonan. That's to Dufour. With Godfrey. She's all alone. Nusimovic can't keep up. She tries to do a little move there, but loses the puck. She has it again. She's got Nelson. Nelson fires. That's wide. Statkovic. Jackwitz. Meisner. Jackwitz. Nelson. Nelson to Mahoney. Mahoney on a breakaway. And that's right through Gargano, right above, I want to say above the blocker.
Yeah, and
Wow.
that's a beautiful, beautiful pass from Jamie Goonan there. She just feeds it right into the middle, not too far ahead. Mahoney skates onto it, and we've said it in other games we've watched her. If you let her go, it's very dangerous, and she's finished that one off beautifully.
And she is. If she gets that puck from an errant pass or a mistake down in that end,
Bye.
Victoria, bye. And Victoria, bye-bye.
Yep.
And Victoria, when she's on the ice, Watts can do it for Queensland as well.
Yeah, I've actually really enjoyed watching Watts this
Watts can
tournament.
do it. And Mahoney can do it. When they're on the ice, they can't be making mistakes in their own end. Curtis. To Jackwitz. Big pass in the corner there. From Duffy to Solway. A lot of pressure here from this third line for Queensland. Very impressed. Rapchuk's on the line. Queensland's playing like they've got a power play here. Here goes Bozeman. Rapchuk. Rapchuk will spin. She's looking for Solway. Solway looked the wrong direction. Is that going to be an icing? No, it'll be waved off. Curtis to Cashin. Rapchuk. Curtis to Cashin. Cashin with a shot, that's wide. Butler. Butler with a shot, and that's through. I think there might have been a bit of a screen there. Pierce just got her leg up a little bit to try and stop it, but I think it went over the pad. Look at a replay here.
Yeah, she wheels out from the corner around the top there. There was a stick in play. Like, that's a good, for Danielle Butler to still be able to get a great shot off like that, because you can see there's stick, and
yep.
she's still, so wondering if the goal view shows that it did tap off and redirect off someone else. No, that's just straight in.
I think that's just straight in. There was a couple players in front of her,
yeah.
So it's a possibility. She also, I think, had her pad sort of in the net area there. Harmston. Victoria dump it back in. Harmston will get that puck out. She sends it to Lee. Lee can't move it. Kelly. Butler's back with the puck again. Butler with a shot. Pierce will cover that up. 10 minutes 14 left in period 2, and we've got a tie game in the Boxall Championship.
And close score shot count as well.
11-9 shots for Queensland.
Even game, just like I predicted.
Yes, you did. All right. Butler, no, Nusimovic in the corner. She's rubbed off by Goonan. Goonan up to Barber. Barber missed it. Statkovic keeps it in for Nusimovic. Nusimovic has Gemesis. Gemesis. Nelson with a big shot. Good save by Pierce. Goonan behind the net. Goonan to Watts. Watts with a big rebound, and Gargano really didn't control that well, and Lee came down, and she kind of had to stumble, otherwise that was wide open. Nelson. That puck is still in. Watts. And there, Gargano will glove that. Whew. We see on the replay here, Watts coming down. There's that big rebound, and Millie Lee just sort of following and didn't quite get the I think she might have got a bit of touch on it, but not enough.
I think it actually deflects off the Victorian skate a little bit, like for a redirect that just pops it out. But look, the effort was there coming through, and the rebound popped straight to her. So,
and Queensland send that up high. Mahoney in the corner. Mahoney. She's got Dixon. She look away shot goes wide. Rapchuk. She's got Brophy down there. Mahoney. Another look away shot. And it goes high. And that puck's out. And here goes Holder. Bree Holder against Rapchuk. Holder will send it into the corner. Jackwitz is there. Dixon's going to try and hit Mahoney. Mahoney's going to get there first, so it'll be waved off. Here goes Meisner. Meisner can't get it out. Jackwitz misses on it. Mahoney just shook her head. The puck was right beside her, and she just shook her head. She's absolutely exhausted. She had nothing left to turn around and try to play that puck. Dixon. Solway with a shot. That's saved. Scrum in the corner. Shot around. Dixon will keep it in. Poppy Kelly on the boards. Victoria struggling to get this puck out and down into Queensland's end. Queensland are now out shooting them 13-9. And Gargano will cover that.
They said no change because the puck was shot from behind center.
Right. I didn't know that rule.
And okay, he's saying he's wrong.
He's saying he's wrong.
Yeah, the liney has come over and said it wasn't that. And Jeff Scott has apologized and allowed the change.
Okay. All right. So we've got exactly halfway through the second period. We've got quite the game here. The rink is starting to fill up. We've got the closing ceremonies coming up and the opening ceremonies for the Ginsberg and Tange. Nathan Walker is in the building doing interviews. And the crowd is going wild here. Penalty on Victoria. It looks like it's going to be Dufour. See what the signal is made. I didn't see Jeff Scott's signal there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
No, he's very quick, Jeff. Very quick. So we might ask our director when he finds out what that penalty is. He'll tell us and we'll tell the audience. Possibly a trip based on that replay. Mahoney. Harmston hits skate. And we've just heard from the rink announcer that that's a delay of game, so she must have put it up into the netting. She put it up into the netting, I'm guessing, as a defenseman in that zone. Yeah, I missed it.
I think because the player went down as well, there's just a bit of action happening, so.
Yeah, I was looking at all the people in the rink swarming around Nathan Walker, wondering whether he's going to be handing out awards and medals this week. Harmston to Mahoney. Mahoney to Rapchuk. Rapchuk to Harmston. Mahoney, oh, we've had a player down. Now we're getting some push and shove in front of the net. And the player's gone down. She's okay, that's Godfrey. Rapchuk with a shot. I think that hit post. 6:22, a minute left in Victoria's penalty kill. And here goes Godfrey. She's got Mahoney. Oh, she goes down. She loses an edge. Nothing in that. Butler's over the line. She's got Godfrey. I think Godfrey's looking like she wants to come off. No, she's changed her mind. There's Butler. Butler. She'll tap it behind. No one's there. They're on the PK, Victoria. They're playing a little aggressive, but they also need to get back and set up in their zone. Rapchuk's going to skate it down. Queensland's going to get a bit of a line change here. Watts shoots it high and over the net. There is a bad bounce from the boards there. It came all the way out for Mahoney, and Gargano did really well to cover that.
Yeah, Watts initially fanned on the puck, but then it just fell back right to where she needed it. But I think she was probably shocked about that, and then ripped a shot that just went too high. But I have seen these boards, if you hit the sweet spot on the glass, I have seen in the past. It only has happened once, but it hit the glass and it actually what came back out and hit the goalie in the back and went in.
I have seen that as well.
Yeah.
Amelia, it's wild when it happens. 5-on-5 hockey. Dufour is out, so we have 5-on-5 hockey. Victoria back to full strength. Zuo. She sees Cashin. Cashin's looking for the puck. She can't chip it out. Here goes Zuo. Zuo's going to have a skate. I'm surprised she doesn't do this more often. She's got a good skate. Great shot. Oh, my goodness. I knew she had a good shot and can really skate. I don't think the goalie expected her to shoot that. I don't think anybody did. She's really not been an offensive defenseman this whole tournament.
Yeah, wow. Like that, I feel like that's a repeat from the DeFries gold medal game with this, like, right out on the wall there. And it's a low shot percentage area, obviously. But to go top shelf there, like, did we just see a Skachkov?
I
in
think
the women's league?
Skachkov in the women's league.
What a great shot.
So we see the play coming down here in the replay. Yeah, just right over that far side shoulder.
And we can see hugs on the bench are going to her. The team's obviously very, very happy that she was able to get that converted. So
Victoria is leading 4-3. 4 minutes 51 left in the second period. Shots on goal still remain in favor of Queensland, 14-10. Queensland's goalie has left the net there. That won't be an icing. Rapchuk sends that down. Watts touches it, so that's not icing. Spun it around. Harmston looking for Watts. Watts smacks it in, and that's Haley Nelson that knocked that down. And Cashin. Butler looking for Nelson. Rapchuk. Butler with the move. She can't get the backhand. Queensland playing exceptionally good defensive zone coverage there. Zatkovich is in front of the net. She'll try to tap it back. She can't get to it. That's cleared by Harmston. It's not going to go all the way down the ice. 3 minutes 35 left in the second period. Zatkovich, she gets knocked over by Georgia Watts there. Brophy still has it, gives it to Rapchuk. Rapchuk with a shot. Gargano gets the initial save. It drops down. Horton had another shot. Gargano with the save. Brophy doesn't have anyone to pass it to. There we go. Rapchuk's made herself available. Rapchuk to Mahoney. Mahoney. Powell. And that'll miss wide. Skatkovic. Sorry. Yes, Skatkovic. She gets it out. It's back in. Godfrey. Godfrey was going to wind up. She's taking it pretty slow. There she goes. She speeds up now. She's got Kelly. She tries to chip it past. She's got Kelly. Kelly with the backhand. That's touched by Pierce. Here goes Mahoney. She's off. Suo and Dufour are back. She'll take it around Dufour's side. She'll have a shot. Great save by Gargano. Dixon. Dixon and Dufour sees a Cashin with a line change. Excellent stretch pass, so no icing there. Cashin saw Kelly but couldn't get the puck to her. Be careful here. That's good. Almost too many men, but they pulled it off. And Butler over. There was a lot of net there. Pierce was already down, but she sent it over. And Butler still has the puck. Another shot. That hits Dixon. Suo up to Dufour. Dufour. Cashin. Butler. Butler, they've had a line change, so Butler didn't get her normal pass out to Nelson. And we've got a save. Save for Pierce there. And that's 1:17 left in the period. Victoria leading Queensland 4-3 in period 2.
And Queensland look to have put their top line on to defend out for the last minute and 17.
That's a penalty, the power play line, yeah, because Georgia Watts usually doesn't play on this line for the most part. Rapchuk's up on. Rapchuk's up on forward. They got Harmstead on D. No, yeah.
Rapchuk's just holding the wall.
She's holding the wall, so Harmston's back on forward. So they've got their 5 best players out right now, just to hold off here. Rapchuk wraps it around. That goes to Watts. Nelson. Meisner. Dixon. Dixon looking for Watts. That's going to be an icing.
Right idea. Right idea. Maybe a little chip off the board. Could have delayed it a little bit as Watts was slashing across the ice there, but she was under pressure, so might have needed just that little bit more space so she could gain some wheels there, but definitely the right idea.
Meisner face off against Mahoney. Meisner wins it. Back to Nelson. Nelson taps it through there. Stopped by Dixon. Dixon will rim it around. Skatkovic gets there. Yes, she does, but it goes to Mahoney. Mahoney up to Watts. And Nelson, Nelson fans on it. She'll wrap it around behind the boards. Behind the net. Skatkovic gets it up to Godfrey. Godfrey tips it out. Nusimovic is there. Rapchuk. Oh, and a bouncing shot over Pierce. That puck bounced. 19.8 seconds left, and that's going to put Victoria up 5-3. It was a really awkward bounce. I think it's hit some snow or something.
Yeah,
it was a really awkward bounce.
Looks like it goes down, but then goes back up. So, wonder if it's come off the stick, the goalie stick.
Let's just see from the goal camera.
Yeah, so it goes down, and then it actually tips up there to finish it off, being up high.
That's going to hurt Queensland. They're going into the 10-minute break, ice clean break, a little bit down in morale now because there's a 2-goal deficit instead of just 1. No one likes a goal in the last minute of play, and you called it right there, Mel, that they had their top line, their power play line on, and they still couldn't hold them out. And that's the end of the period. Well, what a game for the gold medal match. We've got Victoria over Queensland 5-3. Shots are in favor of Queensland 16-14. We're going to have an ice clean break now, and we're going to take a 10-minute break ourselves to soothe our throats, and we'll be back, and we will be commentating the closing ceremony as well, so that the audience at home can hear who has won the awards for those that want to dial in. Thank you, everyone at home.
let's get ready to rumble.
That was really good, Amelia.
Thank you.
That was really, really, really good.
I actually held that longer than I thought I could.
That was fantastic. And that's exactly what it feels like right now. It's 5-3. There's about 600 people in the arena. It's period 3, 15 minutes of play. Victoria are leading, but Queensland out shooting them 16-14. They are getting more solid opportunities than Victoria. So this game is far from over yet. Cashin up the boards. Dixon. Butler. Oh, that's...
Oh, she's saying body contact.
Oh, when I want to say the Victorian or the Queensland player stepped in front of her while she had the puck.
This has happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that in the DeFreeze game, that this has happened a couple of times throughout.
I think that...
I feel like there's no chance for a puck carrier if that keeps happening.
I feel like right? Like if you are able to just step in front of somebody who has the puck and then hit the ground, and there's going to be a whistle, then why everyone might as well do it.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get the other team on the PK.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was
interesting.
Interesting call. Nusimovic. Harmston. With a battle in front there by 2. They were rumbling. Amelia, they were rumbling.
Yes.
They were rumbling in front of the net there. Meisner and Brophy, 2 really tough players. And Harmston to Rapchuk to Watts, and what a goal. What a goal on the PK. That was one of the prettiest goals of the tournament. You know, that was exactly what you want them to do. They need to move the puck around to get in the slot. And Watts.
And Sam Brophy is such a decoy because the D are drawing out to her. And like I said, and I've said it a couple of games that she's played in, the net presence by her, because she's so tall, she takes away goalie's presence. But yeah, like the D just follow her here. She's with her, and they stay with her and then leaves Watts wide open there.
Yeah, that's good analysis, Amelia. You saw that well, and that's exactly what's happened. And Victoria needs to learn from that. Godfrey to Dufour. Back to Godfrey. Up to Nusimovic. Rapchuk. Watts. Shot from Rapchuk. That's high and wide. It looks like, yep, that's Harmston down there. She can't get it on net. Godfrey back to Dufour. To Godfrey. Godfrey tries to put it through Goonan. Goonan doesn't let that happen. Statkovic. Nusimovic. Harmston back to Goonan. Goonan with a good play up to Watts there. Taylor Nelson. She's got Statkovic. Goonan sends it back down. Nelson's going to skate it over. She's got Meisner. She can't get it in front. She does now, but Meisner was already well past that spot. Duffy. That's tapped up. Rose Statkovic sends it in, but it doesn't get past Duffy. Statkovic again. Goonan. She gets it down. We got a pass from Taylor Nelson to Meisner. Meisner to Holder. Holder gets a little tip there on the net. And that's saved by Alana Pierce. 12:22 remaining in the third period. 17-14 are the shots. Victoria lead 5-4 in the gold medal match for the Stephanie Boxall. Yeah,
I wasn't sure if the rest were going to make the goalie play that there because Victoria do get held up a little bit. So
Curtis, that goes off Queensland player. Rapchuk. And that's deflected up into the netting. No penalty there. It's in the netting, but that was deflected.
I think Dixon's trying to talk to...
That's Rapchuk.
Oh, that's Rapchuk, sorry.
Yep. I don't know if maybe she thought because they deflected it, they get a penalty, but I think she was asking
Yeah,
something along those
unsure.
lines, but it's only the defenseman in the defensive end. And we've got Butler. Butler. She's held up by Rapchuk. That's a big battle there. They're rumbling for sure. We're going to have to use that term the whole period here now. Mahoney down the ice. Mahoney with a shot. Big save up into the netting and over the netting into the seats by Gargano. That was a critical save for her team right there. You know, they let Mahoney past, and that was a critical save.
Yeah, yep.
You need to be able to rely on your goaltending when things like that happen.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And Gargano got them out of it there.
Yeah, Mahoney bared down on that shot too. You could see her lean into a stick there.
Looks like a face-off violation here.
Yeah, no, I believe that he dropped the puck and Courtney wasn't even ready. Her stick hadn't even touched the ice yet. So,
I see.
yeah, defensive end stick was down, but she hadn't put her stick down.
Rapchuk. Her legs are slid out from under her. Here comes Godfrey. Godfrey's got Sasha Skatkovic. She dumps it deep for Nusimovic. That's a broken stick. She's got to drop it. And that's a save by Pierce. So Nusimovic has broken her stick. She had to drop it. Her teammate will bring that back for her. That's Statkovic. Or is that Poppy Kelly? Statkovic. And that is the rule. If you break a stick, you must drop it or it's considered used as a weapon. Meisner. Back to Zuo. Zuo fans on it. They look to give that to Watts, but that's icing. So we'll get a face-off back down in Queensland's end. 11-19, Amelia.
Sorry, I was just watching the linesman. He overskated the puck there and nearly wiped out. So I'm glad he stayed on his feet.
Got it. Okay. Face-off in Queensland zone. Bozeman to look for Meisner there. It's good clear by the defenseman. Meisner. Oh, big slap shot up from Dufour, but a great save by Pierce. Back to Dufour. She gets that across. Zuo keeps it in. Nope, that's out. Dufour on net, and Alana Pierce wasn't paying attention. That's that, you have to be in the ready position no matter where the puck is on the ice. And it's fortunate for her that that puck was well high. Victoria get it out of their zone. Here comes Butler. Butler delays. She's got Cashin. Can't get it on net. Cashin has Poppy Kelly in front. Weak pass there. Doesn't get through. Kelly back in the corner. It looks like Cashin's also broken her stick. She's skated off. We've got another player on. Butler back to Nelson. Nelson in front, and the puck's on top of the net. Good screen from Kelly there.
Yeah, great screen. She's a hard worker in front of the net, so she doesn't have the height, but she's got the grit, and which is obviously can bring a lot of attention to detail, being close to the ground and being able to play around in the tight places there.
She has always played twice her size. Always twice her size.
Love that.
Ever since she was, all the way back to Adams and tournaments around the country. And yeah, she's a great asset. Dixon. Nusimovic. Puts Nusimovic into the boards. Duffy. No, Brophy, sorry. Here goes Mahoney. She'll delay, gets some chance to regroup there. Rapchuk. And she gets that taken off of her. Nelson, that stays in. Brophy keeps it in. Brophy's down. Godfrey taps it out. Here goes Nusimovic. Rapchuk has it. Rapchuk. And that'll be tapped down by Queensland. Victoria, that's icing. Are they going to get there in time? Bree Holder doesn't beat Rapchuk. They waved that off, interesting enough. I'm not sure why that was waved off. Bozeman can't keep it in the zone. Marshall turns around. She tries to send it down. Barber's there. And Rapchuk. Kelly sends it into the corner. Rapchuk, a lot of pressure from Vic now, which is good for the line that they've got out. Rapchuk across to Barber. Barber over the net. That was a lot of net available there, but over the net. 8 minutes left in the third period. Harmston to Watts. Watts. She's got Powell. She puts it in for Lee. Lee can't get it. Oh, it was rolling a little bit. She couldn't get the shot away. Here comes Butler. She's got Cashin. Cashin needs to crash the net there. Butler doesn't make the pass. Butler head first. Nothing in that. She looks like she might be a little hurt. Big shot there from Holder, or pardon me, from Dufour. Zuo's going to have a skate. Zuo makes a good move there. And she's still there. Looks like Queensland aren't being able to get this puck out. Zuo's kept it in. And that's not called not icing. They've said that's been tipped by a Victorian player. Here goes Godfrey. They just putting 2 and 3 on her, Godfrey. She's not been very effective this game because they've just put 2 and 3 players on her every time. Oh, and a pass out to Cashin. Cashin with a great shot, and Pierce with a great glove save.
Yeah, they've been swarming on Shana and also Denny Butler, making it a little bit hard for them. But if that's the way you've got to stop it, then you've got to apply that pressure to gain possession again.
All right, face-off in Queensland zone. 6 minutes 39 left. Victoria lead 5-4. Skatkovich is upset with that. She felt that was a little bit of a hit in the back. Probably was. For women's hockey, they've been calling that all week, so they're letting it go in the gold medal match. I can see where Skatkovich got a little bit upset there. Godfrey. She still has the puck. And that's been tapped out by Mahoney. Tatovic. Rapchuk to Brophy. Nusimovic thought someone was there, but no one was there. There's Cashin now. Victoria trying to get it out of their zone. Mahoney trying to keep it in. And that's a good shot from Nusimovic. Save from Pierce. She let out a big rebound. So Victoria still have it. Shot by Cashin. Rapchuk gets it taken off her by Kelly. Kelly tries to get across. Dixon goes down. Mahoney's going to wind up. Nelson and Statkovich back. And Butler. They've pushed her wide. They need to look behind them and make sure no one from Queensland sneaking through. And Queensland's there. Oh, Millie Lee almost had a shot there. And Satkovich will get that out. That's going to be icing. Probably waved off yet because I think it won't get there and Goonan will touch it. And there's Butler. She's picked it off, but Goonan's taken it back off of her. Goonan. There's Godfrey. Here goes Watts. Watts with the shot. Saved by Gargano, and she gathers it in after a bit of a rebound. Excellent passage of play there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that change of direction was good, but she, Gargano, she was tracking that really well there. But at this stage, I feel like they may need to gain the zone and go a bit deeper down low and wait for support to come, because relying on an individual player just to pop it in might not be enough when Victoria swarming the way they are.
That's right. Gargano's a good goalie. She's going to stop a puck shot at her every day, so you need to move her. Mahoney back in the corner. Watts to Rapchuk. Rapchuk to Watts. And Mahoney has it. Lots of scrambling out front, and Gargano sees that. And Harmston was there, and the puck was there, and what a save by Gargano. Fantastic save for the U18's player.
I think Mahoney thought it was just snuck through there too.
Yep.
You can't see it on the side, but her arms actually do. You might see it on this one, but her arms actually do go up because she thought it popped through. It does trickle through the back, but it stops.
But it stops on the post. So it's stuck on the post there between the post and the goalie's pad. Mahoney tries to win it to Harmson. Ends up with Dufour. Dufour rings it around. Dixon can't keep that in. Rapchuk to Dixon. That's offside. Victoria clear it. Kelly and Cashin putting on some forecheck. Butler can't keep it in, but she does have the puck. She'll wheel over. Big shot. Tried that top corner again, but that was too high. Dufour to Butler. That's knocked out by Dixon. No, it's kept on the line by Cashin. It's pinned up against the board. Butler has it. Butler taps it into the corner. Georgia Watts takes that off of her. Cashin to Butler. Watts gets that puck loose. And here goes Mahoney. She's going to wheel. We've got Zuo. There's Harmston. Harmston with a shot. Big save by Gargano. Out to Mahoney. Watts taps it back into the corner. 2 minutes 40 left. Here's Watts. And good move by Poppy Kelly, who's just been knocked over by Watts in frustration, but great move to get it out of the zone. Here's Rapchuk. Rapchuk has Godfrey. Godfrey taps it off of her. Watts fans on it. Meisner's going to carry it out of the zone. Little tap. That might be icing. No, they're going to wave it off because Queensland have to play that. 2 minutes left in the period. Here goes Brophy. And there's Horton. It bounces off the wall. And Taylor Nelson with a smart move there. She doesn't try to play it. She just scoops it in and lets Gargano put her glove on it.
Yeah, I can feel like the only words being said there would be cover it.
cover it. Yep, that's probably right.
We have a timeout.
Okay, so was that Queensland or Victoria that called that?
Well, I think, did Queensland have a timeout earlier, or am I mixing up the game earlier on?
Might have been DeFries. It's been a long morning.
It has been a long morning. It was dark when I woke up.
I don't think there's been a timeout yet in this game.
Yeah.
So either way, they're getting a rest, both coaches. have got different strategies here. Obviously, Queensland need a goal and Victoria needs to keep it out. So we'll see who the coaches decide are going to be on the ice for these last minute and 44. I'm guessing Queensland's probably called that. Well, yeah, power play line. But I'm guessing Queensland called that because they need that power play line to get a rest.
And it's a face-off in the offensive end, so I'm wondering if the goalie's going to stay on the bench.
Let's see. The goaltender has not stepped onto the ice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
The goaltender hasn't stepped on. It is a smart play. I do like to get possession myself first, but you know what? Mahoney wins most of the draws that she takes. Butler's good, but Mahoney I think is a bit better if we looked at the stats over the tournament. So if she wins this, she does, and no, we've got a face-off violation.
Was that the wingers creeping in? I actually didn't see.
I didn't see what that was. It's like that was... Not sure if Courser called that. Sorry, Crafter. Butler, that's kept in by Dixon. Smacked down. Butler's maybe going to get there first. That's why I like them to have possession before they pull the goalie. Butler's looking for anyone. Dixon, here goes Rapchuk. She's going to get that out. We've got a 3-on-2. Here goes Rapchuk gets her stick lifted by Butler. That's thrown down the ice by Meisner. That's going to be, they're waving that off. I'm not sure Goonan could have got there. I'm really not sure Goonan could have got there, but they've waved it off. Here goes Goonan, 56 seconds. Still not managing to pass that puck around properly and hold like the power play that they have. Here's Mahoney. Mahoney taps it in. That goes over the net. Rapchuk's got to keep it in. We can't be slapping pucks, otherwise Brophy with a shot on, and Nusimovic with the ice. And that clock has stopped.
Yeah, I think Mahoney really needs it. They're going to try and get the puck to her because she is known for this shot that is out the top here, but I think they've had to change her. She's still out there. But she had to settle down on that puck. I mean, it shot over high, and we know that she is very, very capable of hitting the net, getting it on target there. Now, it is on the offside of what they usually, their setup play is, so I'm wondering if Mahoney will walk the line here if it
so
is
they have
one back.
put Watts in, I think, instead of Mahoney on the face-off there, maybe because it was on the other side. Rapchuk sends it into Watts. 20 seconds. Butler gets that puck. Brophy's got to get this puck off of Butler. Goonan's backing up. She needs to stick on the line. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Here's Godfrey. That's stopped by Mahoney. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Mahoney. And that's the end of game. And wow, what a game for Victoria. What a game all the way around. I mean, Queensland, after losing, I think, by quite a big margin to Victoria in the round robin, was such a different game. They just lift, as Queensland do, they come in and they always lift throughout the tournament. That's Ginsberg, DeFries, Tange, they all do it. And they really lifted, but Victoria, it cannot be faulted. They played extremely well under Coach Rod Jones, and to come from 6th place the last 2 years to 1st place this year. What an outstanding effort. And so for the 2 gold medals that we have had, Victoria have won both of them. And I don't think Victoria's had a DeFries medal in a long time either. It's been many years since Victoria's medaled.
Well, congratulations to Victoria in both divisions, and congratulations to Queensland as well.
Yes, absolute congratulations. Amelia is now going to depart the broadcast. We thank Amelia for everything she's done for the 2 tournaments.
Bye, everyone.
But she is lucky enough that she's going to head down and she's going to help Nathan Walker and Tim Kitching, president of Ice Hockey Australia, hand out the medals to the teams and the individual awards. I'm going to stay online, and I'm going to be announcing to those at home who has won all of the individual awards. You've got the MVPs, you've got the best and fairest, you got the fair play for the least amount of penalties. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, and I will come back on when the announcers are ready to start with the awards.
have your attention. I would like to start by congratulating Victoria, the 2026 winner of the Steph Boxall Championship Trophy. Congratulations also to Victoria, the 2026 winner of the Kurt de Vries Memorial Trophy. The host association would like to thank several groups that allowed this tournament to happen. The rink, the referees, and most importantly, all of the volunteers, including but not limited to Jess Fuller, photographer, scorers, timekeepers, penalty box, medics, and commentators. Thank you. We will now present the awards. Presenting the awards today, I'd like to invite onto the ice St. Louis Blues player Nathan Walker. Nathan Walker needs no introduction, as we all know him as Australia's first ever NHL player. Joining Nathan is Matt Bees from Adlon and IHA President Tim Kitching. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Skaters Network for supporting Nathan to come today, as well as donating prizes for our award winners. We will now present the Most Valuable Player Award for each team for Kurt de Vries. From Combined ACT South Australia, Kaz Hannon.
From Combined ACT de Vries team, Most Valuable Player, Kaz Hannon.
Kaz, if I can get you to stand over here, because we've got a photo of all MVPs. And if everyone will wait until all MVPs come out, and then we'll get photos with Nathan. Okay, from New South Wales, Quinton Inn.
From New South Wales, Quentin Ing.
From Queensland, Emmett Cunningham.
From Queensland, Emma Cunningham. Emmett Cunningham.
From Victoria, Ryan Wang.
From Victoria, Ryan Wang.
And from WA, Jaden Zhao.
And from WA, Jaden Zhao.
Okay, so from this group, the AIHL Best and Fairest Award goes to the most valuable player who shows great sportsmanship and respect through fair play and low penalty minutes after the round robin. The award for de Vries goes to Jaden Zhao. All right, guys, let's all get a photo together. Yep. Move over here. And then you can go back.
So the award for best and fairest.
Congratulations to our MVPs.
Best and fairest for least penalty minutes of the MVPs goes to Jaden Zhao from Western Australia.
We will now present the most valuable player award for each team for Steph Boxall. From ACT and Dillian Kenyon.
ACT and Dillian Kenyon most valuable for Boxall ACT.
From New South Wales, Steph Newmark.
From New South Wales, Steph Newmark.
From Queensland, Courtney Mahoney.
From Queensland, Courtney Mahoney.
From South Australia, Nat Ayres.
From South Australia, Natalie Ayres.
From Victoria, Danielle Butler.
From Victoria, Danielle Butler.
And from WA, Maddie Reid.
From WA, Maddie Reid.
So from this group, the AIHL Best and Fairest Award goes to Courtney Mahoney.
The AIHL Best and Fairest Award for least penalties across the most valuable player group, including showing great sportsmanship and respect through fair play,
as a group
is
photo.
Courtney Mahoney from
Over here.
Queensland.
Congratulations to our Boxall MVPs. And now the individual awards for Kurt DeFries. Best goalkeeper. We have a tie for
We have a
best
tie
goalkeeper.
for best goalkeeper for
From
the 15U
Queensland,
Kurt DeFries.
Xavier Hale.
So Queensland, Xavier
And
Hale.
ACT, Sophie Wandel.
And from ACT, Sophie Wandel.
Best defenseman from Victoria, Dimitri Kokujan.
Best defenseman from Victoria, Dimitri Kochurgan.
Dimitri, if I can get, Dimitri, can I get you to stand up here? And can I get our two goalies back and stand with Dimitri? Thank you. Okay. And finally, our top point scorer, it's a tie. Can we have from WA, Jaden Zhao, and Dimitri, who's already up here.
Top
Dimitri,
point scorer
another
from
award for you.
WA, Jaden Joe and Dimitri Kokurjan. It is a tie.
Okay, now if we could get a photo with everyone, the group. All players come over here for a photo. Okay, and now the individual awards for Steph Boxall. Best goalkeeper from ACT, Erin Breach.
Best goalkeeper for Steph Boxall from ACT, Aaron Breach.
Erin, if you can stay here, off to the side. Erin, stay here. Yeah. Okay. Best defenseman from Queensland, Amelia Harmston.
Best defenseman from Queensland, Amelia Harmston.
And finally, our top point scorer from Victoria, Shana Godfrey.
Top point scorer from Victoria, Shauna Godfrey.
And if we can all stay there and you guys come over, Shana, stay there, and we'll get a photo with everyone. Okay, the team with the least penalties at the end of the round robin is awarded the Fair Play Trophy. This year the award for Kurt de Vries goes to Western Australia. And for Steph Boxall, ACT.
So the Fair Play Award goes to the team with the combined least amount of penalties after the round
someone
robin.
can come up from
So for
ACT.
Kurt de Vries, that's Western Australia, and for Steph Boxall, that is ACT.
Could we now have Western Australia come forward one at a time to receive the Kurt de Vries bronze medal? Could we now have Queensland come forward to receive the Kurt de Vries silver medal? Could we now have Victoria come forward to receive the Kurt de Vries gold medal? Okay, can we now all please turn to face the flag for the playing of the national anthem?
Queensland, they haven't done the de Vries, they haven't done the Boxall.
I apologise. Amelia is correct. That was my mistake. We've forgotten the Boxall. So let's start by now having South Australia come forward for the Boxall bronze medal. Could we now have Queensland come forward to receive the Steph Boxall silver medal?
Show some respect.
Could we now have Victoria come forward to receive the Steph Boxall gold medal? Now, let's try this again. Could we please have all teams turn and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem? To accept the
Captains will now come
Curtin
forward
Memorial
to
Trophy
accept the perpetual trophies that live at the Ice Hockey Australia office. So the Steph Boxall Shield, and the Kurt DeFries Trophy. So the captains are coming forward from Victoria for that. They'll then get to take a keep cup back to their own states.
I now declare the 2026 Kurt DeFries and Steph Boxall Championships closed.
I now declare the Boxall and DeFries tournaments closed. The Victorian players have received their trophies. They'll have a bit of a celebration. They're about to reopen now. They're going to open the Ginsburg, and they're going to open the Tange. And the last half of the week will start now with the 13U and the 18U. So thank you everyone for tuning in for the first half of this week, and congratulations to those players and teams. Thank you and goodbye.
South Australia Ginsburg to come forward for the ceremonial puck drop. I now declare Tange and Ginsburg National Championships open. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Nathan. Now you may clear the ice. Thank you, everybody.